Hey everybody, Von here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 262, I do believe. Time is a construct. I hope y'all are doing real well today. I am wrecked. Ooh. We had spent Easter weekend in the garden, and every day that passes, my body just gets more and more sore from Lord knows what. And I think I've been sleeping funny because of my sore muscles. So let's go ahead and start getting everything stretched out. Oh, especially it's like right here on my ribs. Like, and I don't know what muscle, I don't know what I did that pulled it like that. But, well, here we are. So I'm going to be starting in mountain pose. I'm going to exhale this time, just with my fingertips raised up, engaging my glutes, engaging my abs. Inhale, reaching up a little higher. Exhale, interlacing my fingers behind my back, sliding my knuckles down my sacrum. Inhaling my arms back up, and exhaling, interlacing my fingers with a different thumb on top, which can feel very weird. Gosh, it feels so backwards and wrong, but keep that tailbone tucked under, keep your abs engaged. As you inhale, lift through your chest, and exhale. And release. Let's inhale up. Gently stretch back. Inhale up and swan dive forward. Let's walk our hands out. Again, being mindful, the more I move, the less it hurts, oddly. So we'll walk our legs out, bending one knee and then the other. And then come on down through the plank, lower my knees, untuck my toes, and lean back. So I'm actually thinking I'm just going to come and sit here cross-legged, because as we're through, we're over, I'm not a math wizard, but I'm pretty sure, just guessing, that we are over 2/3 the way done with our year of yoga, which is pretty phenomenal. And by done, I only mean that I will no longer be recording it daily, but I will be continuing my practice and quite possibly putting together actual sequence videos that are a little bit more purposeful, not just what I feel like doing at the moment, but towards a purpose. But what I'm really thinking about is sometimes I get so zoomed out, so big picture, with long-term goals and all of the little intricate nuances that we have going on in our life with different things. And just through all of it, we terribly miss our family and so badly want to go back to Tennessee so that we can, see them more than once a year. Though it's wonderful that we do get to see them that much. It's just when I zoom out so far from like the tapestry of my life, I start to feel like I am sailing without a compass through stormy waters, and everything starts feeling very overwhelming and very intense and very just so much. Like, if we're a ship on these open waters of the ocean, we are such a small ship. We are a leaf on the water. And so I have to gather up as much of myself as I can and really, really zoom in, because sometimes you have to zoom in into just the things that you can control, which is not a whole lot in our life. When you're going from a zoomed out picture to zoomed in, it doesn't seem like a lot, but really there is a whole lot that we get to make decisions every day through how we choose to react, how we choose to respond, how we choose to engage, that can help us to be intentional in the daily grind that shapes us into who we will become. And it is those millimeters of progress. We're sculpted not with hammer and chisel, sometimes with hammer and chisel whenever there's forceful, big life events happening, but more often than not, the daily grind is the erosion of wind and water shaping us into our wonderfully craggy selves. Crabby selves. But we can participate in that through being mindful, through being intentional, and through being consistent. More than anything, you have to be as consistent as the wind, as steady as the breeze, to keep an active hand in who we become. And whenever I zoom in real close and I can see how being in this moment and choosing to do yoga, choosing to connect with you guys, or at least put myself out there so that there's a potential of connecting with y'all. That's very much something that isn't just a reaction to the choppy waters of the oceans that we ride through time and space, but it's just choosing to breathe and savoring every little molecule of air that passes through. When I get overwhelmed, when the world becomes too much, I zoom in until it is just me and my breath. The cat's pounding on the door. This one's out of my control, guys. I've got to let the cat in. Well, come on in, baby. I'm sorry. Yeah, come on in. Yeah. But once we've zoomed all the way in on just our breathing, yeah, baby, how it feels passing, whether we're breathing through our nose or through our mouth. So when I'll open my eyes back up, I'll expand my consciousness just a little bit, just to what is immediately in front of me. If it's not something that can have something done about it in the next 10 to 30 minutes, it needs to wait its turn in line until I can freaking deal with it. And then I just focus on the absolute next step. One foot in front of the other, just keeping on. And I find that works. I hope that that's helpful to y'all. But that's probably been, and I mean, coming into the year of yoga, I knew that in theory, but with my yoga practice, with building a connection just between my intention and my breath, has helped me so much in being a lot more effective at being like, whoa, center in, like zoom all the way in, full zoom, and then just fixate on whatever is directly in front of me, which as an ADHD brain, that is very, very hard to do. But with practice comes progress. We're not shooting for perfect, we're shooting for progress. So that being said, let's pet the cat a whole bunch. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna splay my legs out just wide off to the side, and I'm gonna turn my feet in foot circles, and then the other way. And you might need to slow it down into quadrants. There we go, before you smooth it out. Oof. And now from here, I'm going to start just pulling the taffy of my lower back, but also of my inner thighs. Oh my God. This is the most this stretch has ever hit my inner thighs, which is a good thing. It means I've been working them out and strengthening them in the garden. Randy moved 720 pounds. I think I only moved like 160 pounds of dirt before I went in and got him and was like, dude, please help. Because you'll see it in this week in the homestead update. But it was grueling. Very rewarding. But when they say 40 pounds, they mean 40 pounds. And these got wet since last time. So I think they might have been closer to 50 pounds, but we just did the math like they were 40. But we got all of our grow bags out on the porch filled up. Not porch, it used to be a tarp covered carport, but the tarp deteriorated, so now it's just the frame. But I don't quite feel right calling it a carport, but let's call it the greenhouse frame, because that is what it's becoming more or less. And I am just massaging my shins as I slide my hands down my legs. It feels, not gonna lie to you, really freaking good, especially when I get it on my feet. Yes. Like, I don't like going and getting pedicures for the toes being painted. I just like somebody giving me a foot massage. So if I end up with painted toes after, that's just a bonus, I guess. But yeah, so the greenhouse frame is really coming together. And I'm very, very excited to actually start to get stuff planted, because that's where we're going to be doing potatoes and cucumbers and tomatoes. We're going to be doing peppers on the front porch in grow bags. We're doing a whole series just on growing in pots and grow bags. I'm really excited to see how the grow bags come out. Well, hey there, little missus. What you doing there, little kitty? So I'm going to start. I brought my hands to the mat, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping my spine very, very straight. We can actually do some cat-cows here. Oh no, not the kitty. She gonna get me. Oh. And we can walk our fingertips out just a little more, shifting our elbow, left elbow to left knee, right elbow to right knee. Who's a good baby girl? Yes, you are. You're the bestest. Just taking pauses and then keep going. Inching my hands. My hands are completely off of both of my mats now. And it's not a race. I'm just observing. Inhaling, keeping my back very, very straight, and exhale, come on back. I am going to pet the cat some more. Well, she just keeps coming up to me. Which, we've got this, like, I try to respect her desire for personal space because she's typically really, really likes personal space. But also, I desperately need snuggles, so I'm trying to get my cat to compromise with me. And it's actually been working out, mostly because I've been bribing her with cat treats and drugs. But she seems to have a full understanding of the arrangement, because if I love on her, give her some snuggles, and then don't give her treats, she sits there and yells at me. So she knows what's up. Like, she understands this little two-person economy we have going on. Oh God, am I a sugar mama? I'm at least a treat mama. You know, I'll take it. Give me snuggles, kitty. I'm gonna come now into our 90-90. And then change sides. Oof. But yeah, so it's anytime that I'm snuggling her, I try to make sure that like if I'm holding her, as soon as she wants starts meh, then I go ahead and put her down. Anytime that I'm petting her or anything like that, if she comes to me, I'm 100% gonna stop. Like, I could be talking to anybody. Like, I could be talking to the mayor or something, and if my cat comes up, I'm gonna be like, "You're gonna have to hold that thought, sir. I'm gonna pet my cat now." And he'd be like, "What?" And I'd be like, "Bye. You are not as important as my cat, I can promise." But that's just me. Ooh, she getting them scratches. I love it when I itch her on her lower back and she goes. But yeah, so anytime she comes up for snuggles, I try to give her snuggles. But then if she like buggers off, I'm not gonna like chase. Okay, sometimes I chase her down. But she's such a good girl though. Like, how even? How am I supposed to not pet this amazing cat? Okay, more yoga in the other direction. Let's spend some time over here. Now, I've brought my foot significantly closer up to my booty, and I'm leaning my hand back and getting a really nice stretch through my front quad. I had read on Instagram, actually, I don't remember who posted it, but they were like, your yoga mat is not a cage. Like, you can wander off mat. And I was like, you can? Hey, so I'm trying to experiment a little bit more with that. I've concluded I just need a really, like a 6 foot by 6 foot mat. That way I can feel free to travel around on the mat. But in my need, that's a very loose first world kind of need. I need some wide mouth jar lids, but that's just me. And I'm actually going to lower to my elbow and reach across. Let's come on back up. Pet that kitty. And now I'm going to extend my left leg out behind me into this pigeon pose. And shifting around, coming back up to center. And come around to the other side. Let's bring that heel into our booty. coming on back up, squaring up my foot to the head of my mat, extending my right leg out behind me. And coming down into pigeon. You're such a good kitty. Now I'm going to place my hands back on the mat, slide the left foot back into tabletop position. With our toes curled under, let's inhale and exhale, go into downward facing dog. And come on back to thunderbolt position. Oh, come here. Good girl. Thank you so much. You're a very good yoga coach. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. We will see y'all tomorrow for another day of a year of yoga. So until then, you guys, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.